Rutherford. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the San Francisco 49ers taking on the New York Jets. Here's the Australian-born punter Mitch Wishnowsky to get things going.
And off we go from MetLife Stadium.
And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line.
They start the drive with Cook.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
50, get 300, back north.
To throw is Rodgers. That's going to be caught downfield by Lazard. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for the Jets. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Wilson. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. 36 yards on the play. 1st and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. Cook is into the end zone for a Jets touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And right away, he lost the football. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Even though he recovered his own fumble, you know how much he hates to put the ball on the ground. He's going to be frustrated with himself.
And what do you think the time frame was from the time the ball escaped his grasp to him getting it back? It didn't take that long, right?
Right.
To him, it probably felt like hours because he's agonizing, like, I've got to get this football back. Able to get it done.
2nd and short now following the fumble. Back to throw. Hunter. The first catch. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. is across midfield and inside the 45.
Recovered by the offense.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Oh, that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they've run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave them with a 3rd down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls, or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
On 3rd down, Hunter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and that's enough to move the chains. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey.
He finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd down, Hunter. Eluding the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
Not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Christian McCaffrey.
A 9-yard touchdown run.
And the Niners respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Moody good with the extra point.
And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
McCole Hardman to return it from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Hey, 88, 88, 88.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. He'll get this to Lazard. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
To throw, it's Rodgers.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rodgers now on first down. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
Now a 2nd and 10.
50. Hey, you block over here.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory.
3rd down and 6.
48-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
Throwing is Rodgers.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they'll get another shot here with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Once he broke through that first wave of defenders, there was a pretty big gap there for him to run.
And it helps that they were in a dime defense. That's 6 defensive backs. So this is why a lot of teams now are searching for those linebacker safety combo type guys who can add a little bit more size on the defensive side of the ball, but can still run as well, because when you run against 6 DBs with some bigger offensive linemen, you often get this result.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the 1st round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the 1st round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top roll, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Looking to throw. Hunter.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Steps away to his left. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the 2nd half of this contest.
Second and goal from inside the 5. McCaffrey is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you're
without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the 2nd one.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Again, McCaffrey. But he will lose yardage here. Back to the 4-yard line.
Let's think here. You're still just in the 2nd quarter. You taking the 3 points?
I'm taking the 3 points, and I'm just relying on my defense here. Show me I have a little confidence in them, and let the offense know, nice try. Come back next time. We'll go get 6 then. But for now, we'll take the 3.
No movement from the field goal unit. They've got 4 full yards to go here on 4th and goal to hit pay dirt, but they're going to go for it. And it'll be intercepted.
Sauce Gardner puts it off. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
Touchdown! Christian McCaffrey. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. That pass also evens the ledger for the rookie quarterback. Had the interception earlier, and now he gets the touchdown throw.
The ideal touchdown-interception ratio is, what, 3-to-1 for the best quarterbacks? But he's a rookie. Just getting back to even is a big deal. Increases the confidence his teammates have in him as he tries to become their leader.
Moody good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Hardman going to bring it out of the end zone. And running with power here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they get this game tied up.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cook up the gut. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 41-yard line.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Fans, a reminder, coming up at this and every halftime this season, we'll be checking in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for highlights and analysis and scores from around the NFL here in this opening weekend.
Let's put the coach to work.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
yards on the play. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up first and goal. Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep.
Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss.
Brings up second and goal at the 49ers 6-yard line.
Second and goal from the 6 this time. Up the middle, it's Cook. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
A big play forthcoming. Here's third and goal.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Three tight ends up front here. Third and goal.
Now Rodgers. And it's caught. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. And it's a rush to the line right now for the Jets.
3 yards. Brings up 4th and goal.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time.
Picked off by Fred Warner.
And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Gave up 6 points going the other way.
So 6 seconds, all that remains of this first half as the kick is away.
And a mistake on the lateral. It's a loose ball. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
2nd and 7, operating from the 34.
Play clock down at 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Try to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now they'll change things up.
To throw on 3rd down, Hunter.
That is caught. And he is going to have the 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A gain of 15. And the 49ers first down.
On 1st and 10, Hunter.
Back to Deebo Samuel for consecutive catches.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hunter.
They'll get this to his tight end, Latu.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So it's the big left tackle who gets tagged with a hold.
And sometimes you're actually executing the block well, and he starts to slip off of you, and instinctively you reach out and grab him. And when it's done like that, it's often seen by the official and called.
Off the play fake, Hunter. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
At their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where The coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 2 jump plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10, down at the 33. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll get nothing out of that one. So nothing doing there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go.
If you're a wide receiver and they call a screen pass, you're counting on some people being out in front of you blocking. But that play was well diagnosed by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. And they got there and swarmed and finished off the play.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's 49er football here. They've got the lead as well as we get set to start the 4th and final quarter. Now McCaffrey off right tackle. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 34. 132 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the season opener.
First down, San Francisco.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Hunter escaping the pressure right. And he'll just get rid of it.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
49ers field goal. A 48-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately, not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3, and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Rodgers going to shift them around.
That's good for a Jets.
Rodgers now on first down. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The Jets on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
A 3-score game here late. You can probably rule out the comeback, but certainly some kind of a moral victory to be had if they can get a few more points to close things out. And to that end, a nice pass play there to push things downfield.
Yeah, and we know in this league, a loss is a loss.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Diamador Lenore. And the 49ers are going to have it here at their own 15. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
161 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Hunter. His throw incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. McCaffrey running up the middle. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away.
It'll be a net of 39, 41-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10.
At their own 21-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally,
I think a lot of the guys
taking it right down Broadway. Loose inside the 30. Garrett Wilson. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Garrett Wilson, 88 yards. And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point right down the middle. And that cuts this lead down to 13. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
From the 31, here's 2nd down and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it. Most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And he will have a Niners 1st down, and that ought to be the one that seals the victory. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go now.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.